heard from Trustee Rogan that I don't know if she's traveling. She could take the meeting from a car if needed, but if we had a quorum, she would go ahead and not attend. And I don't believe I heard back from Trustee Waugh, but I know he was having email issues and IT got that fixed for him. So I'm not sure if he's joining or not.
We still have a minute. Hello, Mayor Pro Tem. How was your trip to Texas? You're muted.
It was long, but got to see all the family, so that was good.
Good. Nothing better than family on the holidays. And you didn't hear from Trustee Miller, Dolores?
You're muted, Dolores.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did hear that she would be attending.
Okay. Then we'll wait. There's Kenyon right now. Welcome, Trustee Waugh.
Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We'll give Wendy another minute. Okay. We'll move on, and if Trustee Miller joins us, fine. I'll call the Tuesday, November 30th, 2021 Board of Trustees special meeting to order. Could we please have the roll call, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Mayor Angelo,
Present?
Mayor Pro Tem Browning,
Present.
Trustee Waugh,
Present.
Trustee Caravas,
Present.
Trustee Lowell,
Present.
Trustee Rogan, and Trustee Miller.
Please all rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag of the
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God.
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
A second.
I apologize. I understand we have a motion in a second. Could you withdraw that motion so we could have a reflective moment of silence, Trustee Caravas?
I sure can withdraw that motion. I will.
Thank you very much. We do take a reflective moment of silence. The COVID cases are over 800,000 now. Let's keep our victims and their families in our thoughts. Thank you. Now, could we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
And a second?
A second.
I'll call for the vote, Madam Clerk. Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Browning,
Aye.
Trustee Lowell,
Aye.
Trustee Carabas,
Aye.
Trustee Waugh,
Aye.
and I will note that Trustee Miller joined the meeting now at 4:04.
Excellent. And did you call for a vote on approving the agenda?
Yes, Trustee Miller,
I'm sorry, say that again.
we're just taking roll call for approval of the agenda.
Okay, yes.
It passes unanimously, 6-0. Could you please read the general business item into the record, Madam Clerk?
Yes, general business, item 1 is the first reading of ordinance 1111, an ordinance of the town of Lyons, Colorado, levying general property taxes for the 2022 budget year.
Thank you very much, staff. Finance Director Eystone.
Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and Board of Trustees. I will share my presentation and share my screen. Hopefully. Is everybody able to see the presentation? Hopefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tonight we are doing our first reading and review of the 2022 mill levy. And the first slide here just shows just the general mill levy timeline. Just a reminder of, the process that goes into this. The assessor first provides the town with preliminary assessed values every year. This is due to the town by August 25th of every year. The staff then incorporates the preliminary. What's okay? Yeah, the preliminary values into the proposed budget for the Board of Trustees. So we incorporate those, ensuring that we're not going over the 5.5% cap that we do have for that property tax revenue limitation. We then typically adopt the town annual budget. The timing of that can sometimes vary. Sometimes we do that in conjunction with the certification of the mill levy. Other times we might do that before. The assessor is required to provide the final assessed valuation no later than December 10th of every year. And then no later than December 15th, the town is required to certify the mill levy to the county. So that's just a very brief overview of the timing. And I think that that's important because oftentimes we incorporate the preliminary values into the proposed budget, and then the final valuation comes back from the assessor and it's a little bit different. So, and you'll see that this evening as well. Sorry, I can't get my slide to switch. There we go. This slide just shows the historical property values for the past couple of years. As you might recall, sorry, my computer has a lag in it. I apologize. As you might recall, the town gets reassessed by the assessor in every odd year. And so 2021 was a reassessment year by the assessor. So we did, with that reassessment, saw an 11.4% increase in the town's actual value or assessed value. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're seeing the next slide.
Yeah.
You are seeing the next slide. Okay. I apologize. This is throwing me off a little bit. Because I am not seeing the next slide. There we go. So this slide just shows the historical revenue from property tax that the town has received and is projected to receive.
We have nothing on the screen right
It's a
now.
black screen.
Finance Director, it's a black screen.
Okay, give me 1 second. I apologize. My computer is got quite the lag in it, and it is not responding.
Would you like the clerk or I to share our screen?
That might be a good idea because I'm gonna try and stop sharing, but I'm spinning.
Okay, let me grab it quick.
You
And,
have it, Victoria? I have it up.
oh, go ahead if you have it up.
Can you see it?
No?
Not yet.
Goodness.
Huh.
We have the paperwork in our packets. Does everybody have the hard copy? Oh, no, you guys don't. Do you have the capability of looking at
it'd
these
be-
at the same
It'd be
time?
on the website.
Oh. Hmm.
I can see it.
You can see it?
I can, yes.
Mine still says we're viewing finance directors and it's black. How about others?
Yeah, mine's black.
Same as you.
I got nothing.
My
Cassie,
computer
why
is-
don't you try to, or Cassie, why don't you stop sharing and we'll see if Dolores can share? Mine won't allow it to share if someone else is. It's still saying you're sharing.
She's frozen now.
Hmm.
I was viewing Dolores's screen for a
And
minute.
Kim
and now-
said she could see my screen. Let me try it again.
Well, thankfully, we haven't had this happen much over all these last couple of years.
I can see Dolores's screen again.
Now I'm back up.
Okay,
Now we can see
I can
yours.
see it.
we can see the Lions historical property values now.
Yes.
Maybe you want to reboot? Or you want to come sit here? Okay, Cassie's completely frozen, so she's going to present from here, and they're seeing this screen, and then you can just scroll down.
Okay.
I am so sorry, everybody.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so we'll just go back to the historical property values. And just make note that in every odd year, the assessor does a revaluation. So 2021, we did see a revaluation, which saw an 11.4% increase in the total assessed value for the town. The next slide shows the revenue collections from property tax since 2017. This number, you'll note, is just a little bit different from what was presented in the October budget workshop, and that's due to that us receiving the revaluation of the final assessed values. So with this, we'll be giving the credit to taxpayers of about 2.744 mils, and the actual mill levy that will be assessed is 16.778. This is a difference of 0.061 mils from the last time that we reviewed this due to the timing of the draft budget and when the assessor gave the final valuation, which actually was just received yesterday. So these next two slides just give an illustrative example of what a taxpayer would pay in the town's property tax revenue. So if somebody had a property value of $500,000, the 2020 assessed value is shown there. And then with the revaluation and the 11.4% increase, it shows you that what their 2021 assessed value might be. So therefore the town in 2021, their property tax bill was about $635. And then in 2022, with the 16 point, and I'm sorry, that's a typo, that should be 16.778 mils, their property tax would be $668. So the increase in taxes there is about $33.20. And with the commercial example, this is shown with the same $500,000 property tax value. And commercial, as you might recall, has a different assessed valuation. They get assessed 29.9% of their property tax value. And so they would see a difference of $134.66. And that actually concludes the presentation tonight. So I would be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Finance Director Eystone? I can't see everybody on the screen yet. If there are
I don't see any hands raised.
okay,
Mayor.
all right. There are no questions. If there are no questions, then I'll entertain a motion for approval of ordinance 1111 on first reading.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Any comments? I'll call for the vote, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Angelo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Browning,
Aye.
Trustee Lowell,
Aye.
Trustee Caravas,
Aye.
Trustee Miller,
Yay.
and Trustee Watt.
Aye.
The motion passes 6-0. Thank you. Do we have any action items to discuss? I didn't think so. No? I'll entertain a motion to go ahead.
Just the next action on this will be December 6th. The code does not specify the time between first and second reading. This has been handled differently, it feels like every year. So this was the interpretation of Mr. Dittman this year. So the second reading and public hearing on this will be December 6th. Just so you know what the next steps are, along with then appropriating funds and some of the other issues that go along with budget approval. So that's the next action item on this issue.
Okay, thank you for that explanation. Trustee Lowell.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. This doesn't directly relate to to today's action, but I'm going through last year's annual report, and I note a report in here from the Citizens Budget Advisory Committee.
Yes.
I think this was the brainchild of Finance Director Johnson. It was established. It only showed current members as Charles Olson and Ann Oberchain, with Mayor Pro Tem Browning as their liaison. I'm just curious. I have to scratch this itch. Did these people ever meet? Did we ever? Obviously, we never got any input from them. Does anybody have any insight on that?
Mayor Pro Tem.
During the absence of a finance director, it did not meet. And by the time a new finance director was retained, we were well into the budget process. So this committee has not met this year.
That's exactly what I expected. I'm currently, they indicated 3 vacancies on their 5-member committee on the town report. I don't know, have any of those been filled? I do remember Ann Oberchain being appointed by the mayor, but I don't know if they have a full complement yet.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, I think that we have a application forthcoming very, very soon.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever reached 5 members. I think it was maybe a max of about 3 at one time.
So
I think this would be a good. Oh.
So perhaps this year in this year's report, I'll just repeat what was in the previous year's report and cross our fingers.
And then we'll make it a goal of the finance director to try to get this group, up and running again and more involved with the budget. Maybe we could get a mid-year budget review with that group this year. And that would give them a good head start for starting budgeting next August again.
Any other comments, questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second,
Any discussion? I doubt it. I'll call for the vote, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Angelo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Browning,
Aye.
Trustee Carabas,
Aye.
Trustee Miller,
Yay.
Trustee Watt,
Aye.
Trustee Lowell.
aye.
This meeting is adjourned. Stay healthy, everybody, please.
Thanks for hosting this special meeting. We appreciate it.
Okay, bye. Thank you, Finance Director.